Ibu, ya kan timer sampai tiga.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our MC of today, Lieutenant Colonel Fire Tiener Delinquente and Lieutenant Colonel Zia Alva.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Real Stage 41. I am Lieutenant Colonel Ufaida Kendall and I'm Lieutenant Colonel Diana Tokaidina. Today's Real Stage will be led by us who will be MC throughout this session. Before we begin this special event today, let me explain. Other than delivering a speech, trainees are also required to take the real stage as a test for trainees in order to proceed to the next level by delivering a well-prepared speech. They will also take a written post test so they can test their knowledge about public speaking theories. For instance, what you should and you shouldn't do. This real stage is going to be an absolutely amazing one in regards to lots of interesting speeches by our participants coming up. We also have another post known as the written post test to make sure your knowledge about public speaking theories, such as what you should and shouldn't do, and etc. This real is definitely going to be an exciting one, as I can see a lot of amazing speakers in this room. Now, I'd like to introduce our remarkable judges and request them to give motivation to encourage our participants. Our first judge is a joyful public speaking trainee. Please give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia.
Okay, thank you, Mother and Zia. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Wow, I can feel the tense in this room, right? The air is something I can feel I can cut it with scissors. Let me check with everyone who come here today. Who will go as the first real stage today? Can you raise up your hand? First real stage. First real stage. The others, three, four, five. Wow, that's a lot, right? Who will go as the second real stage? Oh, second real stage. Third real stage. No one? Fourth? Fifth? Fourth. So, good job, everyone. As you come here to do the first real stage, this is something new for you. And I know, it can be really scary, right? Looking at that stage, imagining yourself standing there instead of the MC with all the spotlight and all the eyes of the parents and audience looking at you. Yeah? I just want to remind everyone nervous is normal. Once again, nervous is normal. Okay? It's okay to feel nervous, right? Because it's something scary to stand there and deliver your speech. But remember, we can do something to be less nervous. What we can do? We can take a deep breath. Take a deep breath so you can calm your heartbeat. It's like a train right now. And also, if you feel like you have a cold hand, you can, what you can do? You can squeeze your hand. That's correct. Yeah. Or you can shake your hand. Yeah. My favorite thing is to shake my hand. This is to rush the blood back to the tip of my finger. Okay. If you feel like, oh my God, my feet feel like a jelly. What you can do? You can walk around at the backside. Yeah. So you help your body to become less nervous, and you are able to manage the nervousness. So when you go to the stage, you can perform your best. Okay, I believe today there's a lot of students who have prepared really well. You practice, you rehearse, you think, maybe cannot sleep last night. But I believe I will excited to see your performance today. Remember, just take a deep breath. Yeah. Thank you. I get back to the MC.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. Wow, those are some words of encouragement. Don't you agree, Zia? Yes, I agree, Ira. I hope the participants feel more encouraged. Now, our second judge is a very well experienced trainer. Please welcome our second judge, Miss Angelica.
Thank you, MC. And thank you also to Miss Cecilia for the tips just now. I could see that even the MC was applying the tips, letting in, letting out. All right. Good afternoon, Papa, Mama, and also all trainees. Okay. On every real estate, I'm always very curious about how the trainees feel. Okay, how do you feel right now? Nervous. Nervous? Anyone feeling happy right now?
Me.
The judge is always very happy. What about the trainees? Any of you feel happy? No? It's okay. So if you feel nervous, it's totally okay. Everyone felt nervous, especially when you know that you are going to be on the stage. And real estate, why SMON create real estate is so that you so that trainees, you can apply what you have learned in class. So all this time, every week you come to the class, you only see your friend's face, right? Your friends, same friend every week, and also same trainer every week. But here in real estate, it's a very good opportunity for you to experience how it felt when I have to stand on a new in front of new audience. So in front of unfamiliar face. And that's what you will face once you really take the chance to, let's say, be an MC in a public event. So this is like a mini simulation for you to face the real life. Alright? So it's totally okay to feel nervous as long as you have prepared yourself. I believe all of you will be doing wonderful later on. So I'm looking forward. Remember, in SMO1, if you graduate until the general level, you will only have 5 times of real estate. Alright? Only 5 times. So make sure that each of your real estate count. Do your best. Make it a lasting memory once you graduate from SMO1. Alright? Good luck to all of the trainees. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Angelica. I assume the message should be very appreciated. And now it is time for the reading process. You'll be given a few questions to test your knowledge about the theories of public speaking. Don't worry, the questions are fairly easy. I'm very sure all of you will pass. The questions distributed are all from the input session in class. So, as long as you pay attention in class, I'm sure all of you will have no problem answering this question with ease. So, participants, please step outside and take the test. Good luck! Now, because our friends are having a pause test, we would like to invite Ms. Cecilia to give the opening remarks.
Thank you. MC, you can come back. Mama, Papa, can we give applause to our MC here? Jadi hari ini yang naik real stage bukan hanya anak-anak ya, tapi MC-nya juga ini. Tiba-tiba naik real stage dia ya. Good job so far guys. Oke, Sobat salam kenal. Saya Sesi. Saya adalah salah satu trainer di SML 1. Dan hari ini para anak-anak akan naik real stage ya. Real stage ini sebenarnya apa? Real stage bukanlah satu kompetisi. Ya, this is not a competition. Ini adalah ajang di mana anak-anak akan menampilkan apa yang sudah mereka pelajari di depan bukan hanya teman-temannya, bukan hanya judges-judgesnya, tapi yang bikin paling nervous itu adalah di depan mamanya, orang tuanya ya. Karena kenapa? Karena percayalah, untuk maju ke depan dan bisa memberikan pidato setidaknya 5 menit itu mengerikan sekali. Ya, saya masih ingat pertama kali saya diminta ketika saya kelas SMA 1 untuk membawakan pidato 3 menit. 3 menit. Saya masih ingat, saya udah latihan 3 bulan, saya maju ke depan, saya buka dengan bagus, halo Bapak Ibu semuanya. Setelah itu saya blank. Sampai waktu habis dan saya duduk dan saya hanya bisa nangis. Bapak Mama. Itu pengalaman pertama saya naik ke atas panggung. Mengerikan sekali, dan mengerikannya bukan karena saya bingung di atas panggung mau berbicara apa. Mengerikannya karena saya membayangkan betapa kecewanya guru-guru saya, papa mama saya ketika saya turun dari panggung. Itu yang sebenarnya perasaan yang sangat mengerikan. Jadi papa mama, hari ini anak-anak kita akan maju ke atas panggung. Percayalah mereka deg-degan sekali. Mungkin tadi sudah ada anak-anak yang bilang ke papa-papanya, aku gak mau gitu ya. Jadi hari ini jika mereka berbuat performance dengan bagus, kita berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah, papa-mama. Jika performance mereka belum sempurna, kita berikan tepuk tangan yang lebih meriah lagi. Karena kenapa? Karena itu yang mereka butuhkan. Yang kita apresiasi di sini bukan hanya skill public speaking-nya, karena mereka akan jago suatu hari nanti. Mereka akan jago, ya. Tapi yang kita apresiasi adalah keberaniannya mencoba dan kemampuannya untuk tidak menyerah. Ya, itu yang kita apresiasi di sini. Belajar public speaking, belajar menjadi percaya diri itu sama halnya dengan belajar skill lainnya. Kita mau belajar misalnya naik sepeda, maka pasti akan ada fase-fase gagalnya, pasti akan fase-fase kesalnya, gitu ya. Jadi setiap anak memiliki fase yang berbeda-beda ketika mempelajari public speaking. Nah, disinilah kita bisa mendukung agar mereka bisa tetap semangat belajar. Mungkin 3 bulan di awal susah sekali, 6 bulan di awal susah sekali. Kita ada anak murid yang sudah les 2 tahunan masih susah public speaking. Ya, tapi setelah lewat 5 tahun, papa dan mamanya mencari saya. Miss, I'm so thankful. Anak saya setiap hari saya dorong masuk ke sini, setiap hari saya paksa dia mau nangis, berguling, saya minta dia tetap masuk. Hari ini dia sudah lulus Letnan General, level kelima. Sisa 1 level lagi, lulus dari SMA. Di level Letnan General, papa mama, speaking bukanlah satu problem lagi buat anak-anak. Mereka sudah jago, dasarnya sudah terbentuk, pengalamannya sudah puluhan pidato yang mereka bawakan di kelas. Yang akan kita perhatikan adalah attitude dan manner mereka. Itu di level atas. Ya. Tapi hari ini banyak sekali level-level awal yang akan maju, jadi kita berikan dukungan agar mereka bisa lebih semangat untuk belajar dan meningkatkan skill ini. Mengerikan, memang mengerikan, seram sekali naik ke atas panggung, tapi percayalah ketika mereka selesai, yang mereka lihat pertama kali itu bukan teman-teman mereka. Yang mereka lihat bukan wajah judges-judgesnya. Yang akan mereka lihat dan cari adalah wajah papa mama. Di saat itu kita berikan dukungan terbaik untuk anak-anak kita. Ya, Bapak-bapak, di SMA sendiri kita memiliki banyak proyek ya. Jadi anak-anak bisa tampil stage jika dia sudah menyelesaikan sisi proyek selesai, live project juga selesai, dan juga biasa kalau levelnya sudah tinggi, dia ada challenge lain. Misalnya kita minta anaknya untuk menjadi MC di event luar SMA 1, atau kita minta dia menjadi podcaster. Jadi ada challenge tambahan yang menjadi kriteria mereka untuk bisa naik ke stage. Jadi semakin tinggi, biasa levelnya semakin banyak challenge yang kita berikan. Nah, hari ini kita akan melihat banyak sekali jenis challenge yang berbeda. Akan ada yang pertama kali berbicara di atas panggung di depan orang banyak, tapi akan ada juga yang sudah terbiasa, akan ada juga yang akan kali ini hanya pidato, tapi memberikan pesan. Ada juga yang akan menjual sesuatu hari ini. Jadi banyak sekali variasi-variasi, dan yang paling penting, Bapak-bapak, titik saya hanya satu, usahakan agar kita tidak mengcompare anak kita dengan performance orang lain. Ya. Karena kenapa? Karena setiap fase anak belajar itu berbeda-beda. Jadi apa yang bisa kita lakukan? Kita dukung, kita berikan tepuk tangan, apapun yang mereka lakukan di atas panggung, mereka sudah berani untuk maju. Terima kasih teman-teman telah hadir. Terima kasih telah tidak lelah mengangkat anaknya datang setiap hari. Karena menunggu ya anaknya tidak selesai kelas mana gimana gitu ya. Dan terima kasih banyak atas kepercayaan di SMA 1. Semoga apa yang kita lakukan bersama-sama kita bisa mendukung agar anak kita semua menjadi potensi terbaik. Terima kasih. Nanti jika ada pertanyaan silakan, kita sangat welcome ya. Bukan MC-nya, MC sudah terdekat. Tapi dari staff dan dari kami para di sana welcome. Thank you so much. Saya berikan kembali kepada MC.
Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. Now, while we're waiting our friends doing their post-test, let us watch the video.
Someone making you better you.
So everyone, how was the test? Was it easy?
Easy.
I'm sure that it's very easy and all of you did great on the test. Now, it is time to start explaining the rules for the real stage. Firstly, it is necessary for all of you to put your phone in silent mode throughout the whole session, so the speakers won't face any disturbance and can speak smoothly. Secondly, during a speaker's speech, it would be a pleasure if you don't go in or out the room. Otherwise, it would distract the speakers. Third, littering is not allowed in the room. Lastly, at the end of each speech, speakers will receive feedback and comments from the judges. For those audiences who want to give feedback, you can give your feedback as well by accessing the link and form given after you click the link shown here. But please don't type anything unnecessary. Now we will continue and explain the time limits. For private, you can deliver any speech for 5 to 7 minutes. In 5 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. In 6 minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light. And in 7 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light. For surgeon, you can deliver any speech with the usage of either PowerPoint, music, property for 5 until 7 minutes each. In 5 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. In 6 minutes, they'll turn on the yellow light. And in 7 minutes, they'll turn on the red light. Also remember, after you deliver a speech, please ring the bell and also say, "That was easy." Once again, a reminder for all participants to always pay attention to your time limit. Just like all the speeches you did prior to this real stage, in case if the speech is too short, it won't be meaningful. On the other hand, we will lose our audience attention if our speeches is too long. Feel free to refresh yourself by enjoying mineral water provided by SML1 just at the back of the room. Now is the moment of us to officially begin Real Stage 41. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
It's time to begin the real stage. Our first speaker is someone who has a title of Harry Potter. Let us welcome Yvonne Gwen Lim. Yvonne, your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause.
Hi, my name is Ivan. Today I will talk about the actor of Harry Potter movie. Before that, did you guys ever watch Harry Potter movie?
Yes.
Thank you for that. Joey Rowling has known J.K. Rowling for direct Harry Potter movie. Her relationship with her father was rough. Her mother was poor and sick. So, actually, J.K. Rowling loves to write and read. When she is 6 years old, she created her first book named Rabbit. So, when she went to Manchester to London, she got delayed 4 hours. So she imagined 3 characters Harry Potter, Tom Weasley, and Hermione Granger. I think only people that watch Harry Potter movie that know Tom Weasley and Hermione Granger. And when J.K. Rowling created a Harry Potter book, she also imagined they don't use pencil and pen. They only use a bird feather with a black ink. And they also don't use a very thin book. They also use a very fat book. And they create four houses named Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and, and Ravenclaw. And did you guys know what's the meaning of fourth class of that?
No.
Not really.
I only know three of them and one more I'm not sure. Gryffindor means the most behaved class, and Slytherin the most bad class. Hufflepuff means is the most smart class, and Ravenclaw I don't really sure about that class. After J.K. Rowling created Harry Potter book, she gave for five publishers, and all of them rejected it. And finally, there's one publisher that accepts, and the publisher gave for her kid the storybook so much. And the publisher say this storybook was actually so nice. So everybody liked the storybook. And Warner Bros. And before that, did you guys know Warner Bros?
Yeah.
She have story about Scooby-Doo, Batman, Superman, and Harry Potter, and other and fine and J.K. Rowling create other kinds of book because J.K. Rowling create 7 series of Harry Potter. I already watched Harry Potter movie for 3 times. I more like the episode 1 than the last one. I hate the last one. And that's all from me. Thank you.
That was easy. Wow.
Wow, thank you, Yvonne, for your interesting speech. Now, let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let us welcome Miss Cecilia.
Hi, Yvonne. How are you feeling right now?
A little nervous.
A little nervous. If Miss may know, what grade are you right now?
3.
Third grade. Third grade. Wow, third grade. I think, Yvonne, you have a very, very sweet voice, right? And you have a very cute outfit. I love the pink blazer so much, and it fit the MCs. Ooh, pink on the roll today, right? And merge it with your white, beautiful smile, you automatically grab all the audience attention. I think that is your most powerful things you have. A cute voice, a beautiful outfit, and also a beautiful smile, right? And I really love how you tell this story, not only about the story, but you put interaction with audience in the middle. I count that you have at least 3 interactions inside, right? That's very brave of you. Good job. Now, if Miss can add few things to make you become better, do you want it? Yes. The first thing is, I think, Yvonne, you can increase the volume of your voice. And so make it more a bit louder. Can you do that? Yes? Okay. And also, when you explain something, try to move your hand as well. Right? Just now, Miss noticed that you moved a little bit. Like, I see J.K. Rowling have seven, but you move a bit to the down, seven. Right? If I were you, I would move it up high, seven. So why? So all the audience can see my hand just now. Okay? Can you try? Seven. Yeah, something like that. Okay? So next time when you go to the stage, you move your hand just now wide so the audience can see what are you showing clearly with your hand. Okay? Very good job, very well done. I would love to see another smile from you. Let's give applause for people. That's so amazing.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Kalia. Congratulations, Yvonne. You may now go back to your seat. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause. Now, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear parents, trainers can fill out the feedback form so that the seniors could improve more. Let us continue. Our next speaker is from the class of province and bring a topic about confidence. Let us welcome to the stage Gisela Nyoto. Gisela, your time limit is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
So hello everybody, my name is Gisela. Today I'm gonna tell you about confidence. Today I'm gonna tell you a few of stories when I am not yet go to SMA1 and when I already go to SMA1. Before I go to SMA1, I am very shy to talk to my friends in the school. So in the night, my mom asked me, "Did you want to go to SMA1?" I say, "Okay, let's try it." And the next Saturday, my mom gave me went to SMA1. In SMA1, I meet many friends and my trainer. Actually, I am very didn't confident to introduce myself in the stage. But as well, in the second day, I is improved more than the first day. I trying to be friends with other people like Carrie and Kelly and many more. And I'm trying to be brave in the stage. Did you know confidence is very important because it can help us until we grow up? Confidence also not only make us brave, but can make us more believe in ourselves and can make us also brave. In the third day, yes, same, I go to SMA1 and I'm trying to talk about something interesting like I am telling a story about a girl who never obey the parents. And that time, I get the best speaker. I'm very happy because that's the first certificate that I ever get. In the fourth day, I went to assessment. I am more improved than the third day. I also keep get the certificate. In that time, I'm very happy because I keep getting that certificate. Also, my teacher is very it's very happy because I already improved more than the last day. So in that time, I say to my teacher, "Thank you, teacher, for making me happy." In the fifth day, when I go to assignment 1, I am more improved. In that time, I become the speaker. Assignment 1 also give you a chance to stand on the stage. So I like assignment 1. In the sixth day, when I go to assignment 1, I have many friends and I trying to talk to my teacher. My teacher is very appreciate me because I can did it well and improve more. Also, I'm very happy in that time because I is very happy because I can improve more than the last day. Also, my friends also say, "Good job, you have improved more than the last day." I'm also very happy. In the seventh day, I went to assessment like last time and I am more improved. I keep improve my skills and my confidence. I keep practice and practice so I can be more confident. Confidence also is very helpful in your life. In the 8th day, when I go to assignment 1, I have many friends. I have like 5 friends or like 4 friends. In that time, I'm very happy because in the first day, I didn't have any friends. But in the 6th day, I have many friends. Many friends. Friends help me to improve more better. Also, the trainer give feedback and that feedback can make us more improve our skills. So in the future, we can be more better. Also, assignment 1 don't only teach you confidence, but can teach you manners, discipline, hand gesture, and confidence. This 4 thing is very important. Did you know why eye contact is very important in our life? Because if you give eye contact to people or audience, the audience will be like more interesting in your speech and pay attention to your speech. And also can take people attention to us. So remember, keep belief in yourself so you can be more better than the last day. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for your inspiring speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback for Giselle. Now, let us welcome our judge, Miss Angelica.
Thank you, Elsie. Hi, Giselle.
Hi.
Okay, Giselle, I could see just now how relieved you are once you finish the speech. How do you feel right now?
A little bit nervous.
A little bit. Just now?
Also,
Okay, Giselle, the moment I saw your type about confidence, I would say that this is a very challenging title because you're talking about confidence. It means you have to be able to deliver it with confidence as well. But I would say that from the second you spoke just now, You have shown that confidence. So congratulations, Giselle. Yes, why I said so is because you have such a powerful and lively voice, Giselle. So throughout your whole speech, you have a wide variety of vocals. So sometimes you speak in higher tone, sometimes you put pressure in some words. So that's what we call as vocal variety. So you are very talented in that. Okay, and thank you also for sharing with us about your experience in SML1. I hope it inspired a lot of your friends sitting here and listening to you. Okay, now Giselle, with that wonderful story and vocals that you already have, in the future, once you're already in certain level, I have one challenge for Giselle. Okay, so that challenge is on the facial expression. Right? So just now, when you already finished the speech, I could see the smile in your face. Right? But during the 5 to 7 minute speech, that smile was missing. I could not find that smile. Even though just now you shared with us that you felt so happy because you get the certificate. Yes, the voice was there. You saw us the happy voice, but the smile was not there. Alright? So Giselle, in the future, try to also insert different facial expressions. If you say you are happy, then show us the smile. If you say you are sad, then you can show the sad expression. Okay? Good job, Giselle. Congratulations for making it. Let's give a big round of applause for Giselle.
Thank you very much, Miss Angelica. Now, this is
That was easy.
Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear Chris and Harris can fill up the feedback form so that speaker can improve.
Let me go back here. Then Fiona, come here.
Let us let us continue to the next speaker. Our next speaker is someone who had the title of Rain and the Three Questions. Let us welcome Keona Julie Lawrence. Keona, your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes.
The stage is yours. Good luck.
Everyone, before I start this speech, can I ask you guys a question? What is your favorite weather? Well, my favorite weather is rainy, and today my speech is about rain and the three questions. What is the three questions, Keona? My three questions are: how does rain occur? How do we know that it's going to happen? And how do we know that it's going to end? Now, let's dive into the first question. How does rain occur? Rain occurs because rain is a precipitation or a form of water droplets and water vapor. This means if more water vapor comes down below the gravity of the sky, this means that rain can be sensitive in two ways. What are the two ways? Now, the two ways are a storm and bad water vapor. How does a storm occur? A storm occurs is actually because a storm is the same as rain, but the storm is a little bit more harsh, not as a drizzle or anything, but it's way more harsh than rain or a drizzle. Now, storm has lightning and thunderbolts, while rain normally doesn't have anything. It just has a cloudy sky. Now, drizzle, well, drizzle doesn't have a cloudy sky. Sometimes drizzle can happen because when it's before a rain or a thunderstorm happens, uh, drizzle actually doesn't only happens like one time. Like let's just say a drizzle only happens and then it stops. It doesn't happen like that because drizzle can turn into a rain, then a thunderstorm, or it can just stop in a normal rain. Now, a thunderstorm actually is way harsher. That's why it's sensitive. 2. Bad water vapor. Bad water vapor happens in all types of rain. It happens because rain water isn't actually the same as the water that we use to take a shower, wash our hands, or even brush our teeth. Because rainwater actually has this serious gas that can make people sick. They also contain a bacteria. Question number 2. How do we know that rain is going to happen? Rain is going to happen if the wind before the rain is harsh enough or the weather before the rain is bad. Let's just say the weather before the rain is cloudy. Now, we have a 40 to 60% chance that a rain might occur. How about, let's just say the wind. The wind is 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. Now the rain can happen for 32% chance. Third question. How do we know that rain is going to end? We can all see the weather forecast nowadays, and the weather forecasts sometimes say that it could be a 72% or 78%. Well, it's not 100%, so it's not that sure to me. Well, here are some tips to know that how do we know that a rain is going to end. If the rain turns into a drizzle, it means that, let's just say, 5 minutes ago, rain was still harsh enough. And after 5 minutes, rain turns into a drizzle. Sometimes it turns into a 20% chance. Now, how about the wind? If the wind suddenly stops or the temperature rises, rain can actually end soon enough. Actually, it's about 15 to 60 minutes. Overall, we can all know that rain is a dangerous weather. That's why we have a lot of weathers in the world. But rain is sensitive, and we all know that. This is because rain can turn into a storm, a drizzle, or anything else in the world. Sometimes rain can even turn into a bad thunderstorm or even a cyclone. That's why rain can be sensitive. Many people out there suffered from the rain. Sometimes homeless people couldn't afford umbrellas or rain jackets. So homeless people had to stay in the rain and watch them suffer. Sometimes they even die because of the rain. Now, this is why we all know that rain is dangerous weather, and that's why rain is also very sensitive. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed my speech and hope you guys learned a lesson from my speech. Hopefully, you guys know that rain is a sensitive weather, and hopefully you guys can stay safe. So if a rain occurs, you guys can buy some umbrellas or anything else. Once again, it's Keona. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Thank you very much, Fiona, for your informative speech. Now, let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let's give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia.
Thank you, thank you. Kiana, why do you choose this topic? I'm intrigued.
I had like a school presentation and I had no other topic left to choose, so I just chose this one.
Okay. I think Kiana, you sounded like my university lecturer. You remind me of my docent. Kiana. Whenever my docent has something she's passionate about talking, she's like you. So you know this is very important, right? You brain and homeless people. Huh? I think you're very creative and exploring the content of something, right? This is your power, Fiona. I heard you before when you talk about layers of earth. It's the same vibes, right? And I love it so much because you make me excited now about rain. I always thought that rain is very sad, very mellow. Whenever rain, I just want to go under the blanket and curl up with some hot cocoa. And now you can make me very intrigued with rain. Now I know that rain is sensitive and everyone gets to stay safe in the rain, right? So good job on that. I really love that. Some additional things to make you better and make this more spicy. I would love to hear Kiana because you have a very good intonation, right? You are very powerful. You are very passionate. The passion is heard from the intonation. Now let's practice and learn about pause. Pause is also part of vocabulary dynamics. One of the things you can add is when you ask the questions for the audience, like, what's your favorite weather, everyone? You pause first, let the audience answer. Okay? That will help the interaction with audience. Another point is you can pause or you can change the pace, make the speech slower on certain part so the audience can try to absorb, absorb all the information. Right? Because when we talk, it's not how many words we want to say, not like too many words, the more is the merrier, but how can we say something in a way that the audience can understand it the best, right? And that will be our next challenge, which is pauses and pace. But I believe with the passion you have, you will kill it. Okay? See you again on the next real stage. Thank you. Back to the MC.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Sophia. Congratulations, Fiona. Let's give a big round of applause for Fiona.
That was easy.
Now, before moving on to the next speaker, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear tellers, trainers, and trainers can fill out the feedback form, which will be very appreciated by the trainers. Let us continue to the next speaker. Our next speaker is from the class of Marley and bringing a topic about how to take care of your muscle. Let's welcome to the stage, Michelle Yee. Michelle, your time limit is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck. Okay, thank you.
Muscles. They work for you every day, every night, every hour, every minute, and also every second. Then did you know that there's actually muscle that's located in your heart that actually even works every time you sleep? Now I'm going to be teaching you how to return the favor and take care of your muscles. Today I'm going to be talking about the three main steps to take care of your muscles. The first step is rest. What is rest? Rest is basically sleep. Scientists recommend you to get at least 8 hours of sleep for optimal muscle growth. And why is that? It's because your muscles actually recover when you sleep. When you do activities, your muscles actually create micro tears and they recover when you sleep. The second step is actually using your muscles. Using your muscles by what? By moving around. Did you know that every time you walk, every time you run, every time you climb upstairs, you're actually using your muscles and training them? But today, I'm going to be showing you 3 more exercises that you can do at home to build your muscles. The first exercise is called squats. This exercise is simple and you can do it at home. It's easy and even your parents can do it. Did you know that as you're getting old, you're gonna be more dependent on your muscles? Have you ever heard when your grandparents say, "Oh, my knee hurts so much, I want to go to the hospital"? Did you know that these simple exercises could help them and reduce the hospital fees? The second exercise is called the wall sit. You just need to find a wall and sit on it. The third exercise is recommended for older people. It's called a half squat. It's where you squat only halfway and go back up. These exercises may look simple, but then after days and days of you doing it, the progress is going to build up and your muscles are going to be stronger. Did you know a fascinating thing about muscles? Muscles can change. They can become bigger and smaller, stronger and weaker. If you use it for a long time, they're going to become stronger and stronger. But if you use it and if you stop using it for a long time, you're going to grow weaker and smaller. The third step is proper nutrition and eating healthy food. Today, I'm going to be telling you the 2 main nutritions for muscle growth. The first one is carbohydrates. Just like your car needs fuel, like gas, your body needs carbohydrates. Carbohydrates act as the food for your body. Today, I'm going to be telling you the 3 main sources of carbohydrates. The first one, which I bet all of you eat, is rice. Rice is common, it's very common in Indonesia, and it's a really good source of carbohydrate too. The second source is bread. Bread is maybe a typical breakfast for some of you. It also has really good sources of carbohydrates. The third one is wheat or oats. Maybe some of you consume this and it may taste good. And it's also a good source of carbohydrate. The second nutrient, which I think is even more essential for muscle growth, is protein. Protein comes from meat. It also comes from eggs or dairy products. My favorite source of protein comes from chicken breast, where every 100 grams of chicken breast, there is 30 grams of protein in it. Have you ever wondered how much protein do you actually need in a day? Well, today I'm going to be telling you a simple trick on how to know your daily protein needs. First, you're going to have to find your body weight in kilograms. So, for example, if you're 60 kilograms, you're going to have to multiply that by 1.5. So, example, if I'm 60 kilograms, that means I'm going to need at least 90 grams of protein per day at least. And that is the optimal amount of protein for muscle growth. Now, from these 3 things, they're actually very dependent on each other. They need each other to work. So, for example, if you get enough rest and if you get enough exercise, but you don't get enough protein, your muscle growth is actually going to be not as optimal as it can be, because it can also be improved. So, to summarize this all, and in conclusion, the 3 main steps are number. You need a lot of rest, at least 8 hours of sleep. The second step is your food. You have to take care of your food. You need at least your body weight multiplied by 1.5, and that is the amount of protein you need. Calories are also a very important factor in this. You need at least 2,000 calories per day. If you eat any less, you're gonna become skinny. And that's good if you want to go on a diet. But if you eat any more, you're gonna be gaining weight. And that's good if you're gonna go on a bulk. The third step is moving around. This is actually also a very good thing to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys can all learn an important thing from this speech. And remember, take care of your muscles because they're gonna be an important factor when you grow up. Thank you everyone, and that's it for my speech.
Wow, thank you very much, Miss Al, for your very amazing speech. Now, let us have one of our judges here to give feedback for Michelle. Let us welcome one of our judges, Miss Angelica.
Alright, Michelle, I have to make it on the same level as your energy. Because you have such wonderful energy, it's another level. So Michelle, I love your energy on stage. It was truly contagious and it shows how you are so passionate in sharing about this. And I believe all the audience could feel it. And just now I even take a look at the audience and I think everyone was speechless. All eyes were on you. So that was amazing, Michelle. Now, I love so many things about your speech. Let me break it down one by one. Okay, the first thing that I like from your speech was the level of depth in your information. So for every tips that you share, every points that you share, you always ensure that you add the explanation of why it's important. And just now, during the moving parts, you even showed us how to actually do it on stage. You demonstrated on stage. I think that was brilliant because it really helped us to understand, oh, so this is what a squat looks like, and so on, right? So that was very genius. And I also noticed that just now you also used the principle of three, right? So in every point that you share, you only pick the top three, right? And even with all those informative points that you have shared with us, there's so many new information that you get. You even remember to wrap it up with a conclusion at the end. So I think it was a complete package since the beginning until the end. So good job on that, Michelle. Congratulations.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes. Now, Michelle, considering this is your first real estate, right?
Yes, Miss.
And you are moving forward to a certain level.
Yes, Miss.
Now, I think everything was almost perfect. It's just a challenge, another challenge for you in the future. You can start to add engagement with the audience.
Oh, okay, Miss.
For example, just now you can start with a little bit of questions that will add the engagement, or during the moving parts, you can even ask everyone to stand up and follow along with you.
Okay.
Okay, then it will help us to remember it even more, even until we go home from SMO1 University. Alright, Michelle, overall, good job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you very much, Miss Angelica.
That was easy.
And congratulations, Michelle. And let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
Terus video. Let me see them first.
Let us continue to our next speaker. Our speaker is someone who had a title of saving money. Let us welcome Kalista Aurelia Tasma.
doesn't love money here? Well, of course, everyone loves money. Money is something that is very important for our life. We use it to buy food, clothes, education, and also healthcare. It gives us comfort and happiness. People often say money isn't everything, but I don't completely agree with that. Well, maybe money isn't everything, but it's definitely something that is very important for us. Some people say there's no use being rich if you're sick. And sure, health is very important for us. But let me ask you, what if you're poor? Isn't that even worse? If you are poor, you will not have money to go to buy food and you will get sick. And the worst part is you didn't have money to go to buy medicine or go to the hospital. So in many ways, money can help to protect your life and also your health. Money might not bring us happiness directly, but it can give us things that lead to happiness, like safety, peace of mind, and also a chance for a better future. Now, let's talk about saving money. Saving money. You might think that it's saving money is easy, but actually it's not as easy as it seems. Nowadays, things are getting more and more expensive. Food, clothes, everything. Every time we get some money, it's very hard for us not to spend it quickly. Maybe we want to go buy snacks and go out with friends. And it's okay sometimes. But what happens if something important comes up and we didn't have the money? That's why saving money is really important. But how can we actually save money? Well, here I will give you some tips that you guys can follow. The first one, set a goal. Every time you have money, you want to save it. But before saving it, think of your goal first. Is it for a new phone, to travel, or just for emergencies? Having a goal will make you stay focused and motivated. The second one, use cash instead of cards. Nowadays, all of us use cards instead of cash, right? But I really recommend you guys to use cash. Why? If you use cards, actually we didn't know how much money we use. All we do is just swipe when we want to buy something. But if we use cash instead of cards, we will know how much money we use. And in the end, we didn't spend a lot of money. So every time you buy something, please think first, do I really need to buy this? Maybe you can think 1 until 2 days. The third one, use the 50-30-20 rule. So every time you got money from your parents or your job, try to divide it. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for your savings. Example, every month you will get 10 million. Try to divide it. So the 50% is 5 million. It's for your needs, maybe your food or education. 30% is for your wants, for games or shopping. And the 20% is for your saving. But actually, you don't have to really do this because the 30% is for our wants. We didn't have to use all of it for our wants. We still can save it so we can get our goal more faster. So the conclusion is saving is very important for our life. It might be easy, it might be difficult for the first time, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Saving, it's not just about saving, it's about having a good choice and planning for a better future. That's why let's Remember, the money you save today can help you tomorrow, whether it's for yourself or for your family. That's why let's start saving from now, even with just a little, because the small step we take today can lead us to big success tomorrow. That's all for me. Thank you. Thank, thank you very much, Calista, for your informative speech. Now, let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let's give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia.
Thank you, thank you. So Lisa, wow, I really like today's topic. Yeah, we have confidence, we have Harry Potter, we have Ray, we have maybe one day my personal gym trainer. And today I have, I think, my future financial planner. It's very cool. You talk about money at your age. What grade are you?
Ninth grade.
Ninth grade, and you talk about money. I think my only job in ninth grade is to spend money. Now you teach me about saving money, but it's very lovely. Marissa. I love that you give a very factual goals and it's very relatable. And I love that you encourage us to think first before you buy something, right? That we have to differentiate between what we need, what we want, and we need to save at the end of the day. Because, as you say, the money you save today can help you tomorrow. Very nice delivery. Yeah. Maybe some additional points for you to improve next time. First, in delivering a good speech, we need to touch at least three perspectives, right? The first is the logos, which is the knowledge, the logic of things, which you have told us beautifully today, right? The second thing that you can add as well is the pathos, which is the emotion. How to evoke an emotion in a speech? You can add some personal story inside. Right? Do you have any experience running out money? Hmm. Or do you have successful story about saving money? Right? Then you can add that to build the pathos or the emotion side of the speech, and it can make it better. Okay? Another point of improvement is I noticed you have a very elegant hand gesture. I love it. Right? Open hand gesture, the movement is beautiful. Now, additional things you can do is actually to stand a little bit more straighter. So move your shoulder back a bit. Yeah, you will look instantly more confident now, right? And another last point. Remember, this is a real stage. I love the kemeja already. I love the pants already. The last part, I didn't love it, which is your slippers over there. Next time, choose a proper attire because the up till the middle already good. It's just the slipper. Come on, I can see your toes there. So choose a nice shoes to help you on the stage and look more professional, right? Because you want to help the audience to look the third part. I mentioned logos, pathos. The third is the ethos, the credibility. Right? You want to look credible, you want to look trusted on the stage, that you master this, which include how you look. Yeah? But overall, very good speech. I love money. And I love how you talk about it. Thank you. I give back to
Thank
the
you,
answer.
Miss. Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia, for the feedback. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations, Calista. Now,
Well done.
Now, before moving on to the next speaker, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainers and parents can fill out the feedback form, which is very useful for training.
Just put this on your what? Wait, sorry. This can you put in? Wait. I just this in.
just like this.
Can you say something? Say hello.
Uh,
Louder.
uh.
Wait, until that. Where is it?
Our next speaker is from the class of Atlanta and bringing a topic about stop normalizing bad behavior. And let us welcome to the stage Darnell Samael Pomilaya. Darnell, your time limit 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Have you ever heard someone say, he just how he is, after witnessing for being rude or disrespectful? Or maybe she's always like that, just ignore it. These phrases may sound harmless, but it's actually carry a dangerous message behind it. A bad behavior is okay, as long as it's familiar. So, this is what I want to talk about today. Stop normalizing bad behavior. But before that, you may wondering, does this really happen around us? So, let me show you how it does. Here's a real example. I have a friend. Let's call him G. G is my classmate. He's ambitious, studies hard, answers questions, and he actually cares about his future. But instead of getting support, many students in my class made fun of him. They called him teacher's pet or a tryhard one. But why? If they try to defend G, they're afraid they will get the same thing what G's got. They chose silence not because they didn't care, but because they're afraid they will get bullied too. This bad behavior becomes normal, not through hate, but through peer pressure, silence, and fear. Here's another example I see often is during exams. Some of my classmates keep their phone with them during the exams. They cheat, open answers, and searching through the online. And no one says about it. This is happening because when one person gets away with it, others believe they can do it too. If he can do it, why can't I? And slowly, more people start doing it. A bad behavior or this bad behavior spreads when no one stops it. But why people keep doing this wrong thing even they know this is not right to do? Sometimes it's fear, like in G's case. Other times it's comfort. Doing the right thing might take an extra effort. I see often is because no one ever want to stand up. And we want to fit in, even if that means we are following the crowd that's going in the wrong direction. But here's the truth. What we allow becomes acceptable. What we accept becomes the norm. If we keep letting people disrespect each other, bully, cheat, or manipulate, then we are definitely saying that's fine, this is fine, but it's totally not. So, what can we do for this situation? We don't need to be loud or confrontational. We can do it by just saying, that's not right. We need to support each other, that get respect from each other. We need to be brave enough and do not follow the crowd, because your voice can make a difference. So let's stop laughing at hurtful jokes and stop bully, cheat, and manipulating. Because because bully or manipulating is can manipulate other mentality, and we need to break the cycle, so no one ever get hurtful on your jokes. Like, um, for me, I ever get the respect by my classmate. They say to me, I'm Nia's niece. Yeah, because I'm Nia's niece, they're saying, hey Nias, like that. So we need to stop laugh at that hurtful jokes, because silence doesn't protect the victim, but protect the bully. I'm Darnell. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much for your very wonderful speech. Now I'd like to call one of our judges here to give feedback for them. Let us welcome Miss Angelica.
Thank you, Anjali. All right, before I go to the feedbacks, I'd love to invite everyone in this room to give a big round of applause for Dharma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why? Because just now, I am sitting here, so it's quite close to the stage, right? I could actually notice his hand was shaking. So it really showed how nervous Darnell was, but he was able to appear that calm on stage. So I think that was super amazing, Darnell. Okay, and what I liked since the beginning was how you took your time before you started speaking. So that's actually a good tips for a speaker and also to the upcoming speakers. Once you step on the stage, it's okay to take your time to take a deep breath first before you really start the speech. Okay, that will help to improve the stage presence. Now, Darnell, I think this topic is a topic that is rarely brought up. And I love the way you talk about it. Like, it makes me feel that you have a wide perspective in addressing this concern, right? And even inside of your speech itself, I still remember there was a lot of beautiful quotes that you inserted in there, right? Like what we allow becomes acceptable and what we accept becomes the norm. And so things like at the end, you also ended very strongly with a quote, silence doesn't protect the victim, but it protects the bully, which actually wrap up everything that you mentioned in the whole speech, right? So I think your speech itself is a very powerful message, especially for all of us in this room. You gave us the examples that actually happening in the school life, right? And there's a lot of trainees here who are also studying at school. So this is a topic that really resonates with a lot of us here. So thank you for sharing with us. Now, Darna, to address that shaking hand, it's okay. It's totally normal to be nervous. What I could suggest for you is to have more stage time. Okay, more stage time and also more practice. It will absolutely and definitely help you with that. And I could see that you are such a potential speaker in general. So I hope you can keep on consistently practicing. Take more stage time in class. If there is any opportunity to speak in front of the stage, always take it. Then that way you will be able to hone your speaking skill. Okay? And to add the impact of your speech just now, what I would suggest is to add a little bit of the impact of what happened to you and also your friends who were bullied. Okay? What is the bad impact That's all from me. Congratulations once again. Donna, back to the answer.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the solution.
That was easy.
Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sit down. Daryl. Daryl is your turn. Okay, wait. Because you are taller than me. Inside the pocket, this one. Okay. Nanti the MC call.
Let us move on to the next speaker. Our next speaker is someone who has the title of family. Let us welcome Dana Hiskia Tapunan. Darel, your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Halo semuanya, nama saya Darel. Kenapa saya pilih ini? Karena saya belum pernah bicara tentang ini. Family is the important in the world. Everyone has a family. Family, a loving family and a perfect family is the most valuable family in the world. Mari saya akan ceritakan tentang keluarga saya. Keluarga saya ada di sana, paling ujung, sampai keluarga saya bawa opung saya. Nah, bayangkan untuk bawa opung saya untuk lihat aku di depan sini. Kalau karena bapak saya sama mama saya, aku nggak bakalan di sini. Jadi aku ucapkan terima kasih untuk orang tua saya. Thank you ya. Kenapa kita harus menyayangi orang tua kita? Karena orang tua kita itu sudah melakukan hal yang sulit untuk kita. Dan setiap keluarga itu ada peran-perannya. Ayah, melindungi keluarga dan menafkahi keluarga. Ibu, mengedukasi keluarga dan memberi makan. Dan anak itu untuk apa? Kita sebagai anak, apa perannya? Menghormati keluarga. Nah, kenapa kita harus hormati keluarga? Bayangkan ayah kita rela bekerja keras untuk kita, untuk membayar sekolah, les, dan lain-lain. Untuk makanan kita pun bapakku yang bayar. Dan ibu apa tugasnya di keluarga? Menjaga kita dan mengedukasi kita. Ibu itu harus melihat bagaimana perilaku kita di luar. Ibu kita itu harus peduli sama kita ini, anak. Dan yang terakhir, saudara. Walaupun kita benci sama saudara, harus disayangi. Aku punya 2 saudara di sana. Dua-duanya nakal. Harus disayangi. Kalau enggak nanti kena marah. Yang adik paling besar itu yang paling nakal. di kamar kerjanya terus. Tapi walaupun saudara kita tetap gitu, kita harus menyayangi mereka. Kenapa? Karena mereka juga akan membanggakan orang tua mereka. Sama seperti saya. Saya anak pertama, harus menghormati dan kedepannya harus membuat orang tua saya bangga kepada kita. Makanya saya bilang, we have to love our family, our parents. Kita harus menyayangi orang tua kita, dua-duanya, dan juga saudara kita. Walaupun kita membenci saudara kita. Kenapa kita benci saudara kita? Ya mungkin mereka nakal gitu. Adik saya pernah ngerusaki mainan saya. Tapi gimana? Ya gitulah. Yang penting adik saya kena marah orang tua dan minta maaf sama saya. Nah, itu dua adik saya itu mau dimasukkan ke SM Non juga. Kenapa? Yang satu pemalu, yang kedua pemberani. Jadi satu pemalu, dua pemberani. Jadi setiap orang-orang yang di keluarga ada perannya. Maupun ayah, ibu, anak pertama, anak kedua, anak ketiga, harus ada perannya dalam keluarga. Opung saya pun ada perannya. Opung saya itu juga mengedukasi cucu-cucunya. Jadi itu opung saya. Kenapa kita harus menyayangi orang tua kita? Bapak sama mama saya itu menyayangi kita karena dari efek opung dan kakek. Dulu kata bapak sama mama saya, orang tua mereka dulu itu terlalu strict, terlalu strict karena zaman-zaman dulu. Tapi sekarang enggak, karena orang tua sekarang harus udah tahu bagaimana mengurus anak-anak mereka dengan baik. Karena itu dari efek orang tua mereka juga. Jadi disitulah kita harus menghormati ayah dan ibu kita dan opung juga kita. Opung kita juga. Terima kasih opung ya. Dan situ saya bilanglah kepada orang tua kalian, aku sangat menyayangi kalian. Terima kasih atas semuanya. Itu saja dari pidato saya. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Dada, for your inspiring speech. Now, let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let's give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia.
Thank you. Darel, ya. Darel ini ya dari dulu ketika Miss lihat, ketika replace intonasi Miss di Tritura ya, memang selalu berani tampil beda. Kalau kelas lain biasanya yang paling ditakuti project speakingnya itu adalah humor speech. Paling ditakuti. Kenapa? Karena susah membuat orang tertawa. Tapi Darel gak usah ngobrol panjang lebar, konteksnya itu saja, tapi cara penyampaiannya bisa membuat semua orang terbahak-bahak. Luar biasa sekali Darel. Wow. Tapi ini sebenarnya agak berbahaya ya topiknya ya. Kenapa? Karena berbicaranya mengenai family, bukan hanya adik-adiknya yang ditarik ke depan topik-topiknya untuk dibakar, sampai tadi ada papa, mama, opungnya lagi. Semua dijadikan bahan untuk pidatonya Darel. Tapi yang Miss suka, meskipun keluarga yang dibahas, tapi pengemasannya itu elegan Darel. Ya, ini yang bagus sekali. Karena kenapa? Karena mudah mudah untuk kita tertawa untuk hal-hal yang misalnya agak seronoh gitu atau hal-hal yang tidak semestinya gitu ya, hal-hal yang aneh. Tapi Darel membawakan topik-topik yang positif dan masih berhasil membuat audiens tertawa. That's very powerful, Darel ya. Luar biasa. Nah, Darel mungkin tambahan untuk performance-nya agar lebih bagus lagi. Pertama adalah tadi ketika delivery sebenarnya akan lebih indah jika dan mikirnya itu dikurangi. Ya. Cara menguranginya gimana? Ini kan sudah ada nih materinya. Ya, materi untuk stand up komedinya udah ada nih. Padahal first project ada stand up komedi kita ya. Udah ada. Nah, sudah ada materinya, coba dilatihankan. Practice more. Ya. Testingnya ke siapa? Boleh testing tadi misalnya ke adik-adiknya yang bandel. Ya, diajak duduk di testing gitu atau ke papa mama atau ke opung. Boleh juga ke teman-teman. Ya, jadi semakin sering Darel tes satu bahan beat untuk stand up comedy, akan semakin mudah Darel untuk menyampaikannya secara lebih lancar. Ya, itu. Nah, poin lainnya adalah selain ketika kita sudah latihan, kita semakin bisa menemukan bagian-bagian mana yang sebenarnya masih bisa dipoles agar menjadi lebih lucu lagi. Jadi di sana praktis ini sangat penting, Darel. Ya, jujur deh sama Miss. Topik ini kamu praktis berapa kali? Sekali aja Miss. Ya, jadi harus latihan lebih banyak ya. More jam terbang, lebih banyak lagi naik ke atas panggung. Karena udah bagus sekali tadi performance-nya. Tinggal dipoles karena untuk menjadi sebuah berlian dari sebuah batu itu harus dikilatin agar bisa bersinar. Dan Darel, apakah kamu mau bersinar? Ya. Jadi harus lebih sering latihan, harus lebih sering dipoles lagi. Oke? Thank you, Darel. Let's give applause for our funny Darel.
Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. Congratulations, Daniel. You can ring the bell first.
That was easy.
Let's give a big round of applause for Daniel. Now, before moving on to the next speaker, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents could fill out the feedback form, and it would be very appreciated. Let us continue to our next speaker. Our next speaker is from the class of Gates and bringing a topic about the illusions of time. Let us welcome to the stage, Valerie Ivana Chen. Valerie, your time is 5 out of 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Want to know a hard truth? Most people live like they have forever, like their time on earth is infinite. They say things like, I'll do it later, I'll tell them tomorrow, I'll chase that dream, eventually. But eventually is a big lie. Time, our most valuable, our most precious, but also our most limited resource, doesn't stop moving. It doesn't stop and ask, "Are you ready?" It doesn't stop for you to take a breath. It just moves. And it doesn't slow down either, because time is something that we can't control. We live like we'll always have more time. More time to love, more time to fix things, more time to become who we're meant to be. But we won't. If you're 30 years old, you've lived more than 10,000 days. That's 10,000 mornings where the sun rose and asked you to try again. That's 10,000 chances for you to take a risk, make a new memory, speak your truth. But how many of those days do you actually remember? Not many, because our days just look the same over and over again. We wake up, we get dressed, we go to work, we scroll. But somewhere in that routine, we stop really living. Not long ago, I found a crumpled piece of paper in the back of my drawer. It was a someday list, a list I had written years ago, a list of the things I wanted to do, like go to the aquarium, try pottery, cook something new, write something worth reading. They were easy, simple things. They weren't hard, they weren't impossible, they weren't expensive. Yet they were still undone. It's not that I didn't care, it's not that I failed, it's that I kept thinking I had more time. So I let time pass, I got busy, and I forgot. I kept telling myself what we all tell ourselves: I'll do it later. But later is where joy gets buried. Later is where dreams disappear. Later is where life starts to slip away. That's when I realized that I never stopped dreaming of the things I wanted to do. I just stopped chasing it. I traded wonder for routine. I traded why not for maybe later. It's not that I had given up, it's that I thought I still had more time. That's the illusion. We think and we live like we have time, but people die in the middle of plans. Dreams die in the minds of those who waited too long. And the words that could have been said are now lost forever. We chase money like it's rare, and we treat time like it's not. We treat time like it's a refillable resource, but it's not. Time is a one-way ticket in life. So one day, someone will say your name for the very last time. One day, your story will end, the last chapter. But until that day, you are the writers of your life. Time isn't your enemy. Fear is. Overthinking is. Comfort zones are. So, what if today was your last normal day on Earth? Not your last day alive, your last regular one. Would you call someone you've been meaning to call? Would you take the chance? Would you take the risk? Because time won't stop while we get ready. Time will keep on moving. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. They're not coming. Don't wait for permission. They're not coming. Don't wait for a sign. This is your sign. Your sign to start. Start the project. Send a message. Apply for the job. Because I know that it's hard. I know your days are busy, but it's important that sometimes we enjoy life. Don't keep postponing things. Do it. Because after I saw that list, I did the things I have always wanted to do for so long. It felt so good, But I know that deep down, it would have been better if I had done it earlier because it had gotten harder since I got busier. So let me ask you one last time. What will you do with the time you have left? Because no matter who you are, no matter what you've been through, you don't get to choose how long you live, but you do get to choose how fully you live it. And that choice is yours to make. It starts now. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for your very amazing speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome Miss Angelica.
Hello, Valerie. May I know why did you choose this topic?
Because I felt like I kept delaying things, so I wanted to do the speech so it can make me improve too.
Oh wow, that's a very good initiative. Have you ever had any regret before for procrastinating? Yeah. Okay, and you still felt it until today. Okay. All right, Valerie. So what I would, what I felt from the speech that you shared with us just now was it felt like a wake-up call for me, and every word that you mentioned, it felt like slapping me again and again because I could also resonate well with it. I could also feel the same thing that you feel because I believe a lot of us we tend to procrastinate as well. We also have that kind of illusion of time. And what I liked from your speech was you were able to wrap it with very beautiful phrasings. And the whole speech itself sounded like a poetry. So it was so beautiful. And I think this kind of speech, when I listened to your speech, it reminded me of a TED Talk speech. The topic is very deep and the choice of words was very beautiful. So you are such a wonderful speaker, Valerie. Now, the reason why I asked you why you chose this topic is because I would love to hear more about the regret that you actually faced before. Why is it urgent for us to start being aware of the time? It could be your own experience. It could also be from someone else's experience. Do they have a deep regret that you have ever heard? Probably from our grandparents, or probably you have a friend who have ever procrastinate and he still regret deeply until today. And that would create the emotion that would make the audience to start being more aware. Okay? I think that's all from me. I love the beautiful quotes that you insert in your speech. Congratulations, Valerie.
Thank you very much, Miss Angelica, and congratulations, Valerie. You may ring the bell.
That was easy.
Let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
After this will be manual.
try, you know. Let us welcome Marwa alias Sakina Tampuna. Marwa, your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. If you never try, you'll never know, said John Barrow. Based on the data on 2024, there are about 15% of people in this world who still don't know what their hobby is. Why? Some of them say that they're too busy doing their work, so they don't have time to find what their hobby is. Some of them also say that they think they don't have any hobby because there's nothing, there's no favorite thing they like to do in their free time. But I think they actually have. They just still don't want to try to find what their hobby is. Most common hobbies like watching movies, playing games, reading books, cooking will be found in many people. But I have a different hobby. Can you guess what my hobby is? My hobby is trying something new. Trying something new is not only for hobby, right? But because I'm such a curious person, I'd like to make my hobby to become try something new. In my hobbies, I could improve my creativity, make money, make new skill, and even I could know myself better using my hobby. Because I'm such a curious person, usually I watch movies on my tablet and during night. But sometimes I want to know how, what if I watch movies during the daytime and with the different position. Like usually I watch movies with sitting position, but sometimes I also want to know how does it feel if I watch movie with standing like this? Will I get tired? It's just a simple thing, but because I'm such a curious person, like kids does, I want to know that. I want to know the answer by trying. I have three tips or steps to follow when you want to start to find something. The first one, think. Think about the thing that you like and think what will you get after you start doing it. And the second one is believe and trust. Believe and trust yourself that you could do it. And then the third one, which is the most important one, it is trying. When you want to start something, you need to try. I ever asked about this to my friend. Have you ever tried something new in your life? She said she never had any. Why? Because she thought that trying something new is only for something big and cool. Well, it's not. Because trying something new could be done with the small things. Then she realized that she ever tried something to her daily life routine, which is do sport at least twice a week. And one of her favorite sport is badminton. Until she practiced almost every week, and now she could already play badminton really well. I also have another friend which used to have a bad study habit. I also like to change my time management for study and doing tasks. So later I could know which time management really capable for me. Trying something is not for the big and cool things. It could be start from small things. Even me, who never tried any activity in Scout, or like even understand some activity in Scout, but because I want to try and I want to learn, I joined the Scout organization. At first, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to do this and that. But because I trust myself that I could do it, I tried and learned. And now I could already do some scout activity at the organization. So whenever you want to start something, do not scare to start. Just try because if you never try, you'll never know. I'm Marwa. Thank you. Thank you very much, Marwa. Now let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let us welcome Miss Cecilia.
Okay, Marwa, how are you? Good, feel better now? More relaxed, right? And I really enjoy how good you are in playing with your intonation, right? I think you are very mastering your own ups and down of voice, right? Which I wish when I see this in class, I can see it more often. I love how you are able to make your intonation so fluid just now. You can use it whenever you like, and you can bring the emotions whenever you put some personal stories or the stories of your friends, or you want to put the moral of the story. And this topic is very interesting, right? You explore about your own curiosity and how you try to maximize it by trying. Because if you never try, you never know. Very good. Sorry. Now, some additional things what I can help you to improve today is be more aware on the stage management. What I mean by that, I always encourage my students to move around the stage, right? It will make you look more confident rather than stand in one spot. And today, you are able to do that. Now, let's learn to make it more intentional. So there is supposedly some part of the speech that we need to move, right? When you want to go with your friend's story, you move to the left side. When you kind of come back to the moral of the story, you go to the middle side. It's called stage anchoring. What it will help you to do, it will help you to lessen the distraction of moving there and here and there and here, right? It will make it more something that you plan out, okay? But overall, today your voice has been loud, your story is very interesting. I would love to hear more emotions in your story, right? More like what it makes you feel, what it makes others feel, what's the impact of that? Why? Because that is the part where you can make the audience feel the same things. Yeah? So talk more about feeling, more about the stories, and put more moral message in it. Okay? But overall, very well done. Thank you. Applause for Marwa, please.
Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. Congratulations, Marwa. You can ring the bell first.
That was easy.
Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents could fill out the feedback form and it would be very appreciated.
Our next speaker is from the class of Tracy and bringing a topic about believe in yourself. Let us welcome Maxim Doleon. Maxim, your time 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Do you know something that might seem simple but is one of the most powerful things you can ever learn in your life is believe in yourself. Now, I know we have ever heard this before. Maybe from a teacher, a parent, or a friend. But today I will talk about what it really means to believe in yourself and why it can change your life. Let's start with this. Everyone have dreams. Some people dream of being a doctor. Some people dream to be a teacher. Some people dream to be an artist. And some people dream to be a marathon runner. Whatever your dream is, it is important and it is possible. But here is the hard part. Sometimes we doubt ourselves and think, I am not smart enough, or I don't have what it takes. Maybe we compare ourselves and think, they are better than me. Or we make a mistake and feel like giving up. Let me tell you something. Even the most successful people in the world feel that way sometimes. But they don't let those thoughts stop them. They keep going even when it is hard. And that's what belief in yourself really means. It is not thinking about you are perfect. It is about trusting you keep growing, learning, and improving no matter what. Let me share my experience. When I believe in myself and how it can change my life. One day, my mom joined me to a badminton tuition. Because at home I don't have anything to do. Actually, I don't like badminton at that time. At first, my hand has a little injured. And in my mind, I always think, what if I can do it? But then I thought to myself, I will never know what I can do if I don't try. And now I can do it quite well. Am I perfect? No, but I did it. I believe in myself just a little bit more. And that's what it's all about. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be brave enough to try. Believe in yourself, even when the day when it is hard. Especially on those days. Because when you believe in yourself, imagine things can happen. You start learning new things and never forget. You are enough. You can do great things. Just believe in yourself. And why we have to believe in yourself? Because you will be brave if you believe in yourself. But sometimes some people think, why I cannot do and why I cannot success. And I say I have one friend that my friend is very don't not believe in himself. I told to him, if you believe in yourself, you will feel like brave. And that's what all from me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much for your very inspiring speech. Now I'd like to have one of our judges here to give feedback. And let us welcome Miss Angelica.
Mason, firstly, I'd love to say thank you on behalf of Miss Cecilia, Sir Stephen, Sir Ricky, and also Miss Lisa, because you have seen that they have been your inspiration, that you have to believe in yourself, that there is nothing impossible. Thank you for sharing with us. Mason, I would love to know, how long did it take for you to prepare this speech?
Uh, 1 month
1 month? Wow. Is it only for the slide or is it also including the delivery?
delivering and the slide.
Oh wow. 1 month is a long time. Let's give a big round of applause for Mason. Okay, Mason. First of all, for the slides itself, I think you have created a very engaging slides, especially on the part you showed the images of the trainers. Right? I think that was really a surprise for everyone. Miss Cecilia was kind of surprised. She didn't expect her face to come up on the slide. Not that picture. Not that picture. Okay. Can we have a look at the slide? Okay. One by one. Okay. So your project in surgeon level is to use sweats in your delivery, right? At first, let's see from the first part. Okay. Yeah. At the beginning of the speech, I think this is okay, right? It's about your topic. And then next. This is when I started to have a little bit of concern. So Mason, always remember that when you use a slide, when you're presenting with slides, try to minimize the text in the slide. Okay? So how you can do it is by asking yourself, if I put this text or these things in my slides, will it help to deliver the message? Okay, so in this slide, actually you can just say it verbally. Okay, you can just say it verbally, and you can just proceed to the next slide with all those images of the trade. Okay, so if it doesn't really emphasize the message, you can just skip it. Okay. Right, this one is also okay, and then the one with the features, everything was okay, and until the next slide, Miss. Yeah, this part. Okay, for this part, I think there was also still quite a lot of text in it. So what you can do is you can just use an images of a confused person, and then at the same time you explain it verbally with all your stories. Okay, so that is what make a slide effective. So make sure that your slide doesn't steal the highlight from you, because when you have too many text on the slide, the audience will be focusing on reading all those texts. And because we focus on the text, it's hard for us to focus on what we say. Okay, so images are okay, texts are also okay, just make sure to minimize it. Alright? Anyway, Mason, thank you so much for sharing with us about believing in ourselves. And I believe with more practice in the future, Mason, you will be able to have a smoother delivery. Okay, just make sure that you always practice, practice, and have more stage time. Because in SML1, we believe that stage time is privilege. Alright, congratulations, Mason.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Angelica, and congratulations, Maxon. You can ring the bell. That was easy. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
This will take off. Okay. Come back to yours. Come here, come here.
Now let us move on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is someone who had a title of How to Not Get Scammed. Let us welcome Facts of Shark. Let us welcome Fiona Kendio. Fiona, your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Sharks. Are they scary or not? Who here doesn't like sharks? Okay, so no one here doesn't like sharks. So I would like to tell facts about sharks because I personally, for me, I love sharks. So let's go on to the facts now. Oh no. A shark's lifespan. Some sharks can actually live up to 100 years. Well, most of the sharks actually live 20 to 30 years. But actually, I did some research and the Greenland shark actually lives up to 250 years until 500 years, which is probably the longest lifespan of a shark. And most sharks actually live lower than that, which is 20 to 30 years. So yeah, after that, I have the second fact, which is shark ears. Have you guys seen a shark ears? No. A shark ears actually is inside their head. But that doesn't actually like affect their hearing in any way. Even though it's inside their head, they can still hear very well. They can still detect any animals up to 800 feet away, which is equivalent to 250 meters. And they can hear very well even though it is inside their head.
So now let's go on to the next fact. A shark's swimming speed. Shark's swimming speed is actually varies from their species. And the fastest sharks is three. Uh, the great white shark, the salmon shark, and the mako shark. The great white shark can actually go up to 25 miles per hour, while the salmon shark can go to 50 miles per hour, while the fastest shark, which is the mako shark, can go up to 60 miles per hour, which is pretty fast, equivalent to any other shark species there is. But even though some of them aren't the fastest shark, they are still pretty great swimmers. So let's go on to the next fact. A shark's teeth. Shark's teeth can actually go up to 50,000. And even though they fall very often, they grow very fast and often always grow. And they shark teeth can actually bite through flesh and bones. It is designed to bite through bones. It can bite through bones and very injure the bone and crack the bone. So it makes it very deadly. So next, a hammerhead shark's head. A hammerhead shark's head is actually called a cephalofoil. A cephalofoil is actually like a hammer shaped head that have like the eyes is right at the end of every the hammerhead shark is actually the side of the eyes is actually at the side of it. So it makes it not able to directly see in front of them. They can still see at the back of them, they can still see at the above of them and the lower of them. So it makes it have a blind spot which is right directly of them. So next one is actually the great white spot. The great white shark actually have two blind spots. The two blind spots of the great white shark is actually directly in front of them and actually behind them. They cannot see directly in front and right behind them. They can only see above and down of them. So they cannot actually see in front, directly in front, and actually at the back of them. So yeah, that is pretty interesting that the great white shark, the famous shark of all time, actually has two blind spots. So next fact, shark attacks. Shark attacks are very common, but sharks actually doesn't hunt humans down. They actually hunt shrimps and sea turtles and dolphins. They don't hunt humans. Their diet is not a human. But they only like attack humans if they disturb them. If they feel threatened by a human, they will attack. So that's why shark attacks doesn't happen very oftenly. But even though shark attacks doesn't very often happen, it is still like can happen. So do not disturb the shark if you ever find one. And next fact, endangered shark species. There are over 1,000 shark species, and over 140 of them are endangered. Why? Because the threat of the sharks are actually the biggest threat are actually humans. Even though they have predators such as there was crocodiles, there are other apex predators that actually hunt sharks, but the most biggest threat is actually humans. Why? Because humans hunt sharks for their fins to make medicine. And a lot of sharks actually get their shark fins actually cut off and then just let out to the ocean. And most of them does not survive. So it is very tragic. And so the biggest threat is actually humans. So yeah, I think that is what I would like to tell you about. And I hope you like sharks a lot more from this. And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fiona, for your interesting speech. Now, let us welcome our trainers to give feedback. Let's give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, time today where I feel like I am a student here listening to a passionate lecturer talking about sharks, right? Just now Kiana talked about race, now he's talking about sharks. And I love how passionate I can feel from you. You are a true shark advocate, right? If there's a demo about shark, I believe you will stand there in front, right? Because this is very exciting. You are able to make shark interesting. And I love how you design the slide. It's a lot of image. I love that image. It's so HD, very definitive, and also no watermark. So good job, yeah? Maybe some additional things about the slide. Miss, can we go back to the shark's ear? I thought like the image is a shark fin.
Yeah, I cannot get an image of the shark ears. It's inside their head.
So you just use shark fin, right? You're just like, isn't that shark fin? Is that shark ear? So there's a lot of, there's one misconception of the image, yeah? Be aware. It can make your audience confused, yeah? Maybe one additional thing, similar to the previous feedback, Fiona, in a good speech, it should touch at least three things, right? The first is ethos. Ethos is knowledge, which you touch really well today, right? There's a lot of new knowledge. I just realized there are socks that cannot see in the front, just can only see at the back. What a sad socks, man! And the second thing you can put inside is actually pathos. Pathos is emotion. You actually touch a bit about how human endangers sharks, right? You can make it feel more emotionally impacted to the audience by changing the perspective of it. Example, you can say after you share about how shark is being cut through the fin and then being left there, die. Yeah. So everyone imagine you're in a desert, then your leg is cut off then you are left there to die. That is the exact same feeling every starts when you consume their food. And that is the thing that we should not do. Yeah? So you bring the reality of what happened, you translate it to the emotion of the audience, what they can bring. Okay? It will help you to elevate this informative speech into interesting speech, and at the end of the day, the message can be delivered. Yeah? But overall, very good design, very well delivery. I love your outfit today, a very beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Cecilia. I believe
That was
easy.
easy.
Feedback would be very appreciated. Now let's have 1 minute of time
Yes.
for new trainees and
Wait,
members to
wait.
fill out the feedback form so that the speakers
Ini mereka
could
berarti asin.
improve more.
Si apa? Sidik sana ada slides nggak? Sana. Nggak tahu nih. Ada slide. Ada. Apakah dia mau menggunakan?
Let us continue to the last speaker. Our last speaker is from the class of Galileo and bringing a topic about Dear Gen Z. Let us welcome to the stage Dixon Anderson. Dixon, your time is 5.7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
So I am the last speaker, huh? that's okay. But it is a little bit embarrassing because I got my eyes swollen right here. So if you want to take a picture of me, so don't forget to do it. Just kidding. But regardless, my topic today is about our generation, Genji. My purpose to make this speech is because I like to deliver such topic. If I got opportunity to become a speaker during SMA1 class, I will deliver such topic because I think there is something flawed in this generation. Nevertheless, I'm not a superior in this generation too. I'm just an ordinary person, but at least I've realized the problems that Genji is suffering, and slowly escape this problem. And I believe my audience right here is also an extraordinary Genji because just by joining SML1, you are not this Genji that I mentioned. Okay. Have you ever seen this article? I made this piece because I don't have any proof. I do have proof. Why there are a lot of people complaining Genji about their working performance? Because I will only mention one problem here, though there are many. It is because social media. But I will be specific here. I will not blame the social media. It is about the algorithm. Algorithm will always pop up in your social media page if you like the video or the post. So Genji, they like the video or the post because they feel relate to it. What kind of post they feel relate to it? So this is the example of the post. Can we listen to this? Next.
Sejujurnya aku tidak passion dalam hal mencari uang. Aku capek menafkahi diri aku sendiri aja. It's all about passion, bro. Kids itu lumayan kerja.
Algorithms. I think this kind of Genji's influencer is a bad influence. And there is one page this video keeps pop up in my page. Why I don't like this? Because I will give you a vision if you see this video. If you are the viewer, I will give you a vision like this. It is like you are building your own wall, covering yourself until you are blind and can't see outside. This outside is the reality you have to face. The reality of working hard, the reality of to be patient, the reality of professionalism. But Genji cannot face it. They are building their own wall until they are blind and consuming the algorithms. It is tragic, right? And the impact of them by seeing this video is they are FOMO. Genji always buys stuff that they even do not like it. I think this is a problem because if we're talking about investment, some of them ignore it, feel apathetic. Like just in example, the goods that are being sold and is on discount, they just check out everywhere. They do not need it. And the last is they can't act professional. Why? I have never hired Genji as a worker, but I believe they are like this. Or maybe because I have a friend that is also Genji too. Every time they are given homework or work, they will start to complain. And they will start to consider about their mental health. And you know what is even worse is because they got a platform where they can just give their opinion very freely. Like their platform, for example, is Threads or X, Twitter. They can just give their opinion freely in this platform. Like they can just blame their boss while giving me a lot of homework. Boss nowadays are really cruel. They give us a lot of homework or work, And you know what is even worse is they got the circle of friends that could just say this, support him or her. Saying, yeah, boss nowadays are really cruel. They like to give us a lot of homework or work. What a vision? Wall vision. They are like covering themselves and can't see this outside. It has been my goal to first influence this small audience. And I hope one day I can influence a bigger audience. And if you feel relate to this speech, you can just maybe deliver to your Genji's friend or your sister or brother. I think that is enough. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your very fantastic speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome Miss Angelica.
Good afternoon, Dixon. Alright. First of all, I love to appreciate your outfit, Dixon. Yes, very professional, looking so mature. Even just now, me and Miss Cecilia was jokingly saying that you look like Sir Nico. And probably some of us will believe that you are part of the trainer for that professional look. So love it. Now, about your topic, you were talking about the problems that's happening in Gen Z, right? Well, I think by bringing up this topic itself, it already proved that you are able to pull yourself out from the Gen Z problems. So even though you are also part of the Gen Z, but you are able to have a different perspective and take a helicopter view of what's actually happening. So that awareness itself is highly appreciated, and you even have the motivation to share it with more people so that more of your friends can also start to be more aware of it. So thank you for that. Now, um, your explanation about what's happening is easily understood. Okay? Now, what I was waiting for at the end of the speech was what we can do. So you have told us all the problems, the source of the problems, which is social media, right? But after that, your friends here, they will be wondering, okay, now I know that the problem is social media. What's next? Should I do? Do I need to stop scrolling, or do I need to uninstall my social media, or what else can I do? The call to action, the practical tips that we can do, right? By adding these things, it will become a complete package of what's happening, what's the impact, and what to do, right? Overall, Dixon, for the slides itself, I think it's effective usage of slides. Um, it really boosts the impact of your speech. Good job. I believe in the future you are able to come up with topics like this again and inspire even more people and your friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Angelica. And congratulations, Dixon. You may ring the bell. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
And ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling now that the real stage is finally over? I'm sure all of you are relieved because I am too. Well, despite your nervousness just now, all of you did well. So congratulations to all participants of Real Stage 41. Now, before we invite all participants to the stage to receive the pin and certificate, we would like to invite Ms. Aurel to announce some special promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ms. Aurel to the stage.
Oke, selamat siang semuanya, Papa dan Mama. Perkenalkan, nama saya Christina, yang dikenal sebagai Aurel, sebagai Customer Relation Officer di cabang Tritura. Mungkin dari Papa Mama ada yang belum mengenal saya, karena saya adalah CRO di cabang Tritura. Seperti yang kita ketahui, kita memiliki 3 cabang ya Papa Mama, yaitu cabang Center Point, Cemara Asri, dan cabang Tritura. Baik, hadirin semuanya, hari ini adalah hari yang luar biasa bagi trainees yang sudah berhasil menyelesaikan tahap real stage. Mari kita berikan tepuk yang luar biasa kepada semua peserta real stage. Izinkan saya memberikan informasi beberapa update mengenai SML1. Yang pertama adalah bagi trainees yang sudah berhasil menyelesaikan tahap real stage, yang artinya mereka akan lanjut ke next level. Untuk saat ini, saya akan memberikan informasi terupdate yaitu mengenai pembelian buku. Nah, jadi seperti contohnya ya Papa Mama, jika anak kita ada di level 1 atau di level private, sudah selesai riset, maka akan naik ke level selanjutnya. Jadi para trainees sudah bisa membeli buku untuk melanjutkan proyek selanjutnya. Seperti yang kita lihat, untuk saat ini, untuk di harga buku itu ada di harga normalnya adalah 600.000. Dan jika Papa dan Mama membeli buku hari ini, khusus transaksi hari ini akan mendapat diskon hingga 100.000. Jadi totalnya adalah menjadi 500.000 saja. Lumayan ya Papa Mama untuk diskonnya 100.000 khusus hari ini saja. Jadi Papa dan Mama jangan sampai melewatkan promo ini ya, karena hari ini saja untuk promonya. Selanjutnya, yaitu adalah referral atau ajak teman. Mungkin dari Papa Mama ada yang diajak, ada yang mengajar. Jadi kita juga memiliki program referral. Jadi misalnya nih Papa Mama ada merekomendasikan program SML1 kepada keluarga, teman atau siapapun. Jadi saat Papa dan Mama mengajak teman atau keluarga atau lain-lain, Mama akan mendapatkan diskon potongan hingga 200.000. Wow, lumayan ya. Dan teman yang diajak juga akan dapat. Jadi orang yang mengajak, orang yang diajak akan dapat juga. Jadi sama-sama untung ya Papa Mama. Jadi kita boleh nih kita ajak siapapun supaya dapat promo ya. Oke, selanjutnya yaitu adalah seperti yang kita ketahui di bulan 6 sebentar lagi akan dilaksanakan adalah holiday program. Jadi Papa Mama supaya anaknya tidak di rumah aja, boleh nih ikut-ikut untuk program kita. Ya, jadi apa sih program holiday kita itu adalah Future Leaders Camp. Apa itu? Jadi untuk Future Leaders Camp ini adalah khusus dirancang untuk anak-anak supaya memiliki keberanian untuk memimpin. Yang pastinya adalah supaya anak juga berani berbicara di depan umum atau di depan orang yang kita tidak kenal. Mereka akan mengadakan namanya aktivitas, diskusi, dan pastinya adalah sangat fun. Karena di sini kita juga akan berkumpul dengan orang-orang yang tidak dikenal. Yang intinya mereka juga akan berbagaimana caranya supaya berani, supaya pede. Jadi Bapak Mama, kita seperti lihat untuk Future Leaders Camp ini akan diadakan pada bulan Juli, yaitu untuk apprentice 1 sampai 2 SD itu di tanggal 1 sampai 3 Juli. Jadi akan diadakan selama 3 hari. Untuk junior dan youth adalah dari tanggal 1 sampai 2 dan 3 sampai 4. Untuk junior dan youth ini akan diadakan selama full day, yaitu dari jam 9 sampai 5 sore. Apa sih yang mereka akan dapatkan? Yang pertama adalah mereka akan dapat coffee break, lunch, dan dapat merchandise atau jacket SML1 Holiday Program, dan juga akan mendapat sertifikat. Pastinya yang penting adalah mendapat pengalaman yang seru seperti itu. Jadi selanjutnya adalah untuk mengenai ini untuk di kategori 1 sampai 2 SD adalah di harga normal di 1.999. Namun khusus kredit SMP 1 akan mendapat promo spesial yaitu hanya di 999.000 saja. Kita sudah dapat bermain secara fun selama 3 hari. Dan untuk promo di junior dan youth 3 SD sampai SMA itu ada di harga normalnya adalah 3.499. Dan untuk promo khusus premis SMA 1 hanya di 7.999. Namun mau lebih hemat lagi ada caranya, yaitu jika papa mama ada 3 anak atau bisa mengajak teman, paket bertiga hanya mendapat 3.499.000 saja. Jadi lebih hemat ya papa mama. Untuk paket bertiga kita cukup membayar 3.499 untuk 3 anak. Jadi untuk satu orangnya hanya di 1,1 juta. Jadi disarankan bisa ngajak teman lagi ya. Papa mama baik. Mungkin nanti untuk promo-promo ini ada yang mungkin mau dipertanyakan lagi, boleh ditanyakan dengan customer relation officer kita di cabang masing-masing. Saya Aurel dari cabang Tritura, ada Sophia di cabang Cimarasri, dan ada Jovita di Segar Point. Baik Papa Mama, terima kasih. Dah, itu saja untuk promo kita ya.
Selling speech. Good.
Thank you, Ms. Aurel, for the announcement. Now we would like to call up the participants to come up to the stage, taking turns. If you hear your name being called, please go up to the stage to receive your pin. Surgeon Evan Gwen Lim.
Miss Angelica to the stage. Now I'd like to call Surgeon Valerie Ivana Chen.
One, two, three. One more time.
Surgeon Marwa alias Sakina Rangkuti.
One, two, three. One more time.
Lieutenant Colonel Maxim Leon. Lieutenant Colonel Fiona Yentio.
One, two, three. Wait, one more time. Okay, one more time.
Lieutenant Colonel Dixon Anderson.
One, two, three. One more time.
Thank you very much, Miss Angelica. You may now go back to your seat. We would like to once again congratulate and thank all of our trainees for their participants, our judges who I'm sure have been given feedback that will improve each of the speakers, and the audience, our dear parents and friends who've come here to support us. We appreciate every single moment we spent together with everyone, and we will always remember this as our most memorable memory. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Zia Rafakarina, and I'm Lieutenant Colonel Ufaira Tantanalute. Thank you and see you at the next event. Before we end this session, we would like to invite all participants and judges to come to the stage so that we all can take up photos together. And also, don't forget to bring your certificates as well.
Tall one in front, taller one at the back, the tallest one at the back. I think you need to go in front here.
Okay, ready? Okay. Okay, everyone, look to the camera and give your best smile. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more time.
Video. Okay, we're gonna say assemble one,
Making you better you.
Who want to help me say the
should try first, yeah, before we record.
Try out.
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, start.
And second one, making you